The Shish-Kebob by Hal Hool, the thick shot. This is video number 1. Hal Hool devised the Shish-Kebob to teach an important aspect of center-to-edge aiming. But oddly enough, he really didn't go into much detail. Actually, he didn't go into any detail about what was really at the heart of the Shish-Kebob. You see, Hal presented the Shish-Kebob as just a physical system, a cue pointing system. A system where you would align your cue through the inside of the cue ball, just favoring the inside away from center to a defined spot on the object ball. For example, a thick shot. This is the cut to the left. So Hal would tell his students to align the cue, point the cue from the inside of center to the core, and then pivot to center and shoot. Well, we all know that has to involve feel. Hal didn't care. Hal had one goal, and that was to get his students to move their vision away from center cue ball into a parallax type position, even if the student wasn't aware of that. Now, in a previous series, we talked about small ball. That's a parallax presentation for learning about parallax while you're standing. The Shish-Kebob system is for learning about parallax while you are in full stance, which is a little bit more difficult. It's more challenging. So, for this particular setup, this is a thick shot, and I would align my cue from just inside center to the core and then pivot to center. But what Hal knew would happen subconsciously in order to make the shot look right was that his students, especially the students that had some pool under their belts, so to speak, they would make the connection, a very strong CTE parallax connection of inside cue ball quarter to core. So when that happens, then the other dominoes start to fall. The V placement in relation to the shot line, the stepping, and all of that occurs subconsciously. It can occur consciously at my level because I understand what's happening. So this is not a full-fledged CTE lesson to where we're going to dissect basic CTE and see how it applies to the Shish-Kebob. If you'd like to do that, you can check out my book at justqit.com, or you can go to my YouTube channel and check out my free CTE Pro 1 Truth series. Thank you for subscribing to that channel, if you would please. So, at the heart of this Shish-Kebob system is not necessarily a physical aspect, but more of a visual aspect. So Hal would have his students to align from inside of center to the core. But Hal knew that the students that had a little bit of pool savvy about them would make this connection of inside quarter to the core, because that is what makes the shot look right. The objective aspect of the inside quarter being aligned to that core. Then you pivot to center. So the pivot is always from the inside to center. So you see in basic CTE, the pivot comes from the other side. But I'm not going to unravel that for you here. Just follow the directions and you'll make some balls. So if we were to set a thick shot up from this direction, I'm going to go to the inside, just slightly to the inside, to core. I'm going to point my cue to the core. Now, in order to do this, my vision has to shift to the inside. So as my vision shifts to the inside, my bridge V is moving around. I'm trying to get this darn shot to look right. So something happens to make it look right. What is it? A connection between the inside quarter and the core. And that's when that green light goes off. That's when your brain says go. So when I fall into this position here and I'm pointing my cue from the inside to that core, then when that connection is made, then I pivot to center and I make the ball. Hal students would be amazed if they would make shots like that. But Hal would not go into all of the visual detail. So I'm bringing this Shish-Kebob into more detail so that you can more thoroughly understand it. So set up some thick shots, follow the directions here, and I'll see you in video 2.